It's not easy to actually make cycling a living, especially in a first world country. Cycling gave me a sense of freedom, a sense of wanderlust, I think. Since I was young, I really loved the idea of cycling. I love the idea of cycling on the roads because it has this exhilaration when you weave through traffic, or when you ride together with vehicles. Especially when you ride during like peak periods, it gives you a sense of rush or the sense of adrenaline when you ride on the road, and that's where I really enjoy it. And so I've been a cyclist since I was young, and only recently, say around like 2 years ago, the passion kind of reignited. So I took a different step, not to only ride but also to document. The photos that I take for Cycle Project Store usually involves more of the bicycle itself, be it stock or like customized bicycles, even the details of the parts. And other than that, I usually love to actually take photographs of cyclists around in Singapore, or say during events. Yeah. What does a bike messenger do? Basically, they deliver a parcel or an envelope, a letter, to one place to another in a shortest period of time, like sometimes even faster than what your driving can do. What I've observed that Singaporean bike messengers, you can usually see them around like in the city. How bike messengers work is usually the amount of deliveries that they make in a day, the amount of trips that they make, and how far or how heavy the parcel is.
You don't need a certificate, you don't need a degree to ride a bicycle. But apart from that, if you work hard, you'll be earning as much as a doctor's earning.
The person I look up to is actually my dad, because he's like an inspiration to me, my idol. The last time when I was small, he actually was the only one working in a family as a dispatch rider. So he works really hard last time, and by working alone, he can actually feed all of us.
When I was working at the cinema, I rarely talk to him because most of the job hours are all shift hours, so I rarely see him at home. But right now I'm working in the same company with him. I see him almost every day. It improves me and my dad, the relationship towards me and my dad, because it actually, when I work right now, I actually talk more with him, which actually strengthen our bond together. There would actually be more chemistry between us, and the bonding between us got stronger than before. I got banged by a car actually.
My bike was actually badly damaged, but thank God I wasn't actually get injured so seriously. So when I was on that accident, my dad really helped me out. I called my dad, and 5 minutes later he came by and actually helped me out to a clinic. So and after that, just dress up all my wounds and stuff, and I proceed back to work as per normal.
I would actually say like cyclists are like the lowest food chain on the road, and from there we can see like how drivers react and how we can actually improve the standards on the road. It takes both hands to clap. Like a driver should actually respect the cyclists, and like vice versa.
To the car drivers, you own a car, not the road. Singapore roads are one of the most dangerous in the world. I think I started 16. Started off last year as a part-timer to get extra money. Then after that, I decided to quit school to go into the full-time freelance job. Actually, I also pay rental with my dad, half-half, the electricity bills. It came to a point where my friends were asking me like, why are you contemplating, sometimes you're going to school and sometimes you're not coming to school. If you just want to leave, just make the jump, just leave, find a full-time job. Then to think of it, if I go to school, I'm just wasting money, You don't like it. So I just left, just like that. That week, after I quit school, I didn't have any job, So I had to survive on sardines. That was pretty disgusting. I hate sardines.
Bike messengers, we don't actually just look out for each other during working hours. We actually look out for each other after hours, As for example, the first time we ever saw Luqman, he was actually so-called homeless because he got nowhere to actually go home to. Or I think he has a house, but he just doesn't have a lot of things
inside, like clothes and stuff. So the guys from 6040 donate him some clothes and stuff. But at the end of the day, Luqman became one of us.
They give me positive vibes, you know, just to lift up the day.
What makes it worth it is because we actually rush for you. Actually, for bicycle, we don't have to actually stop at traffic lights for red lights and stuff. We actually can beat it. So in town, from one point to another point, we can actually just reach within 5 minutes. It wouldn't be a problem.
We're like a bee. Basically, we are just buzzing around, but we are low-key, you know. We don't boast about our job. We just do our job, send our letters, get our money, then go home. Then and the next day, we just repeat it again. It takes certain set of skills, you know, expertise. It doesn't just come with your physical, it comes mental, you know. Waking up every day, knowing that you need to split through traffic, coming up and down, risking your life. It's a different kind of line from the white collar job. When you lane split the cars in between, then there's this feeling, you know, adrenaline rushing. Then there's parcel inside your bag, so you have that rush to get to one area to another area. I also do competitive riding, you know, so maybe if there's the chance, I will open up from there. When I was 16, I had a time trial. Some of the guys from 6040 informed me about the Rail Creek time trial. Like they want to send people from Singapore to Red Hook in the States. So I was thinking like, why not have a try? I didn't know I was the fastest until people tell me.
Most of them I come across was people who don't do well, but actually it opens up to variety of people, you know. Sometimes people that works in the office could actually work with us also. It doesn't matter, so it's okay. Anybody can work this job.
I think the greatest challenge for bike messengers in Singapore is just the social stigma, how people think about them and how they assume they are the minority on the road, and how they affect the driving and how they actually behave based on a few bad cyclists.
One thing that I want them to see us differently, that we are not just like stray cats on the streets, you know. We're humans too. We are working adult also, so please just give us the certain amount of respect that we are needed. We don't need much, but we just need you to actually, the basic courtesy in life. Just show some good manners between us. I mean, like, we are all the same.
I believe that all bike messengers are like really dedicated to their own job. Like, bike messengers should be much more appreciated in Singapore because they are skilled in what they do. With that passion that they take and not conforming to social standards on like getting a really good job, a really high or gross paying job, they actually took the extra step to actually even do this as a living, and I'm pretty sure that's not easy, and I kind of respect them for that.